Do not ever get filler or anything like that. I'm so against it because this is the result of me having to dissolve my lips after getting filler, and I'm actually really scared. Like, I've got to face the repercussions.
Okay, so for the long-awaited story time about my lips. Okay, so long story short, I basically was getting my lips done. I ended up going to somebody else, and they injected silicone. That's why I cannot dissolve what's in my lips.
You're good. You're good.
A woman was taken to A&E whilst gasping for air and fearing she would die after getting lip filler dissolver.
I used to get trolled so badly. I was standing in a bar buying a drink for me and my friend, and some man come up to me and he was like, "Oh, you've got a great body, but what have you done to your face?" Why I decided to get my filler dissolved.
Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Cynthia here, and guys, in today's video we're going to be talking about lip filler nightmares. Okay, now I've noticed a couple of women suddenly regretting their lip fillers. I'm talking infection, migration, lumps, dissolving horror stories, and the industry doesn't want you to know this. So today we're talking about lip filler nightmares, the regrets, the infections, and the stories people wish they knew before touching a syringe. Because after scrolling through TikTok and Reddit, I can confidently say people are going through it. Now, let's start with the elephant in the room. People were sold the idea that lip filler is quick, easy, and harmless. A simple 15 minutes procedure and walk out looking like a baddie. But nobody talks about how this simple injection can turn into 2 years of dissolving, swelling, lumps, and migration. Now we are seeing a big shift, a huge shift to be precise. People are now embracing their natural look. People want to look natural again. People have come to realize that the filler look is aging them faster, making them look tired and swollen. And once you see yourself without it, you realize you look younger without all that volume. Now, guys, without wasting too much time, let's get right into this video.
So this is what my lip and chin looked like by the time I got to Ottawa. So you can see things have gotten worse very quickly. By this point, I was pretty worried actually. I knew something was wrong. I had intense burning. It would not stop weeping. It was about 8 o'clock at night, and it was 8:30 in the morning that I was able to get in and see Dr. Michon. Dr. Michon is from Project Skin MD Ottawa, and I would 1000% recommend him. He came in early before his clinic opened just to be able to see me. You can see this here, and be able to see me and consult when I wasn't even his patient. He did not have to do that. So I met him there at 8:30 right away. As soon as they saw it, they suspected an occlusion. They did an ultrasound, and sure enough, the artery that supplies blood flow to my lower lip and chin did not have blood flow. And so right away, he just flooded the area with Reversal, and then he had me sit for half an hour, did the ultrasound again, still no blood flow, repeated it, flooded the whole area again, needles in my lips, my chin, just doing it, and then would have me wait half an hour, and kept repeating this for 3.5 hours until he had blood flow. He would not let me leave. He consulted the hospital, the possibility of hyperbaric chamber. He was absolutely amazing. A vascular occlusion is a medical emergency, and although it is a very rare complication, Dr. Michon says about 1 in 10,000, some of the literature says 1 in 5,000. It's a very rare complication, but you need to make sure that you're seeing a provider that is able to recognize an occlusion when it happens. It doesn't happen all the time immediately when the injection is done. It can be delayed. And then most importantly, that they know how to manage an occlusion appropriately. And in this case, it was not managed appropriately. My concerns were dismissed. I never ever had an ultrasound, and I didn't have appropriate follow-up. Today is June 15th, and I still have not had anyone from that clinic reach out to me or follow up. The last time I spoke to them was June 8th. This is what my face looked like the next day. I had to present. I was down in Ottawa for a company event. I was the trainer at the event. This is what I looked like when I went to my training event. But again, I was grateful that I was able to see Dr. Michon. And so right away, the burning stopped. It started to improve. This was by Sunday when I'm flying home. You can see already huge improvement. The burning, like I said, was really minimal, maybe like 1 to 2 out of 10. And this was by Sunday evening when I got back to my home.
I want to say this lady is lucky she met the right doctor, because if she still was bumping into people that did not care about her, her lips would have gone. Imagine blood not flowing in her lips, like no blood flow, nothing. And the clinic she had this lip filler done did not even care to do a follow up. If you must get lip fillers, please make sure it's a reputable clinic you're getting it done. Clinic that will recognize when there's a complication and know exactly how to handle it. Honestly, I would say this lady is lucky.
Getting lip filler was one of the worst decisions I ever made. I can't believe I'm saying that, but it is so true. I was looking at pictures of myself from a few years ago when I first got lip filler, and then pictures of me now once it's dissolved, and I am shocked at how much younger I look. So with that being said, welcome back to my Aging Backwards series, where I show you guys how I have aged backwards, because this picture is from 2017 and this picture is from now. And today's episode is why filler makes you look older and ages you. First, let me show you the pictures I was looking at. This picture of me right here was from 2023. And don't come for me and say it's because I now have lost weight, because that is not the truth. I am almost the exact same weight now and in this picture. This is strictly because of lip filler. I look so puffy. I didn't realize how puffy my lip filler was making me look. And now look at this picture and this picture. And these two pictures were taken in 2025 after I've gotten my lip filler dissolved. And I look so much younger. And if you like lip filler or filler of any sort, that is so okay. I'm not making this video to shame anyone who has lip filler or filler, and I'm not here to scare anyone from getting it. I am just here to educate people and show people my experience, because as you can see, I thought I looked good in 2023, but I feel like I look so much better now and I look so much younger now. I don't care what any doctor says, filler never fully dissolves from your face. I got my lip filler dissolved a year ago, and there is for sure still filler in my lip. So with all that being said, please just know that you are so freaking beautiful with your natural lip. You don't need lip filler. I am so much more of an advocate, like so much more of an advocate with Botox than filler, because Botox does dissolve. I love Botox, but filler doesn't. And with all this being said, even though I am now talking down about my lip filler, I don't regret getting it, because I learned a ton about what it does to my face. But I am so freaking grateful that I got it dissolved. And I'm very happy with my lips now. I love you guys, and you're so beautiful. You're so beautiful. You don't need filler. You're so beautiful.
Well, at the end of the day, I think this whole thing boils down to self-love. Because, honey, if you love yourself, there is nothing nobody will make you feel insecure about. Now, if you've decided to get lip fillers, I mean, there's no problem. Do you, as long as you're happy. But majority of the time, people that have had it done, when they get it dissolved, they appreciate how they looked before they got it done.
This is a story time about what happened to my face. This happened last May, and May is my birthday month, so I was feeling a little bored. I just wanted, I don't know, I just wanted to do something. I decided I wanted a little bit of lip filler, you know, get a little cute. I had never gotten filler before, so this would be my first time, so I started small. I made an appointment, and I did my research and everything. I looked at the reviews, I looked at the before and after images. I made an appointment for half a syringe, that's 0.5 milliliter. She numbed me, injected me, half in my upper lip, half in my bottom lip. Bottom lip was looking real cute. I'll insert all the photos. The top lip, though, was half of it was normal, the other half was swelling, and I know people swell, and she was like, okay, so you're a sweller, that's normal. Before she sends me home, she gives me a list of things to look out for. So she's like, if your lip turns white or gets a little bit discolored, call me, let me know, send me a picture. So I go home, I'm monitoring my upper lip. I've seen swelling before, but I've never seen it look like this. So I was getting a little bit concerned, and it did get to the point where my lip was getting discolored. It wasn't completely white, but it was turning a color that a lip shouldn't be turning. I texted her a photo, and I sent her a video of me doing this, and the color returned very, very slowly. So this is about 2.5, 3 hours after my appointment, and she had me come in. She was like, okay, so I think this is vascular occlusion. It's never happened here. Of course it would happen to me. I try and be an optimistic person most of the time, but I had a feeling going into this, like, something's gonna happen. And I think I manifested it because something did happen. Vascular occlusion is basically when the blood vessels are blocked and the blood flow gets blocked. The blood vessels in my lips were blocked because of the filler and it was stopping the blood flow, which is why it was starting to change color, which is why when I was pressing on it, the blood came back very, very slowly. So she was like, okay, we're just gonna dissolve your top lip. Getting the filler didn't hurt. Getting it dissolved hurt really, really badly because they had to move the dissolvent around my lips, so they were literally like mushing, moving it around. When I tell you, everything was clenched, everything. I clenched my toes, I clenched everything. It hurt so bad, and I was like, I regret this, I should have never touched my face. Mind you, this happened on Friday before Memorial Day, because in my head, I'm thinking like, everything's gonna be fine. It wasn't. I was swelling everywhere. The entire bottom half of my face was puffed up, and I was bruised. I ended up popping out anyway to my friend's Memorial Day party. I just covered everything up really well with my makeup, and I think the swelling resided after 3-4 days. Like, I went back to work, I had a mask on. I was looking a little puffy still, but the bruising had went away. So I pretty much left with only 0.25 in my bottom lip. Everything in my top lip was dissolved. So after that experience, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna leave my face the fuck alone. Like, there was nothing wrong with my lips. I just wanted a little something. I wasn't even gonna keep doing it. I just wanted to see what it would look like. That was my first and last experience with filler, and it wasn't funny then, but now it's funny, so you guys can laugh.
I mean, her facial features are so perfect. Literally, they're so perfect. She has clean skin, her eyes are beautiful, her nose is cute, her lips. I can only imagine how they looked before the fillers. They would have been cute as well, you know. So, like she said, she shouldn't have even touched her face. But I mean, this whole thing, I'm happy they came out of it completely to come and tell their stories.
Okay, so for the long-awaited story time about my lips. Okay, so long story short, I basically was getting my lips done. I ended up going to somebody else, and they injected silicone. That's why I cannot dissolve what's in my lips. Do I like them? No. Do I hate them? No, I just don't like, you know, the way they look. But that's basically why I can't just dissolve my lips. For everybody in my lives telling me just dissolve it, I can't. It's not that easy because it's silicone. Silicone will not dissolve. I literally have to get it surgically removed. So that's my next procedure. I have consulted with some surgeons. I have another consultation in November with another surgeon, and I'm hoping that that's the one for me. It is closer to me, so I'm hoping that she's the one that can help me. And honestly, I am scared to do the procedure because I've looked at other girls who've had lip reductions, and like they've posted their journey, and oh my gosh, it looks so painful. Like the stitching. I do believe I have a high pain tolerance, but those pictures from the girls that got their lip reductions like right after the surgery, they look insane. Like, it looks scary, and I am scared, but nonetheless ready for my lips to finally look normal, not to have any more migration, and for the most part just get almost everything removed because these lips are pretty crazy. But I'm going to be inserting the before and afters that everybody has been asking me for, and some pictures of like kind of like in between and how we basically got here. Okay, so the picture here, this one on this side, is obviously the before, and this is the after, like immediately after I left the clinic. This picture here is after my second syringe, and it was only half a syringe on the top lip and half a syringe on the bottom lip. And then this is just another angle of the same thing after my second syringe. And I honestly was not going to do this, but I found this picture in my phone. Here he was injecting one of my cousins. I actually invited her to this Botox party. His name is George. This is him. You can't really see him in the picture, but here he is injecting one of my cousins. I found this picture. This is one of his logos, or if it is, I don't know if it still is, if this is what he uses, but this was his logo on his Facebook. I don't know if he still has a Facebook. I can't find him. I can't find him anywhere on social media. I don't know if he does do social media. And like I said, I was not going to like post it, but I feel like there's a lot of girls that still go to him because I know he's still doing Botox parties and they just don't know what they're getting injected, you know? And then here's a picture of me after the 4th syringe. And you can start to see that it was already migrating. a little bit. At this time when I got this syringe, I was, I believe, 3 months pregnant. And I only did this part of my lips because there was like an arch. So my lip looked so weird every time I would talk. And here I was already pregnant too. I believe I was like 5 months pregnant here. And I started to notice that my lips would get really, really swollen. Like really swollen. A picture of me before the fillers. And here I overlined my lips. I mean, it wasn't a whole lot, but they were overlined and you can clearly see how little my lips were. They had their lips really bad, but I'm just ready to look like the girl on the right, normal. Here's another picture of a girl's before and after. Like, her lips look so good now. But don't get me wrong, I don't hate my lips. I just wish I would have done better and like knew when to stop, because honestly, like, my lips were okay after like the second or even after the third syringe. Like, they would have been fine, but I just kept going, and I wish they would dissolve, but with silicone it's just not that easy because it's a permanent filler. So it's so hard to like get it dissolved or removed. Even with surgery, they don't remove 100% of it, especially if it's migrated. Okay, so basically that's my story time on my lips. I was overly obsessed with the filler. I went the cheap route, and now I'm dealing with the consequences, and now I have to get it surgically removed. And you guys can stay tuned for my lip reduction surgery journey, because I will be posting about it, just because I know there's a lot of people that are kind of going through the same thing that I'm going through. And when I was doing my research, like, I seen that there was a lot of girls that have already went through it, and they gave me a lot of insight on this journey. So we'll see how it goes for me.
This one is sad. She was absolutely beautiful before the fillers. I know I'm not the only one that saw that. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying she's ugly now that she's gotten the fillers. No, but you can clearly see how she was beautiful naturally. That's another thing. Do Botox parties still exist? Like, do people just bring somebody when they're having like a sleepover, just come and do them Botox and fillers? Another thing is, know exactly what somebody's putting in your body. Don't just allow any cheap person put what you're not aware of. I believe if she was told this would be silicone injected in her mouth and it would be permanent, she wouldn't have consented to it.
Do you not ever get filler or anything like that? I'm so against it because this is the result of me having to dissolve my lips after getting filler, and I'm actually really scared. Like, I've got to face the repercussions. But
hell, I don't know no Jackson. I know Ben Frankie. What the hell? Gotta take my pills. I get too cranky. What the hell? And the F5 and the S80. What the hell?
If this isn't the result of dissolve or complication, then I don't know what is. Used to it. Lips are literally shaped. It's insane. And I can't stop pouting like that. I may as well take advantage of the fact that my lips are swollen, and this is obviously results of stupidity. Yeah, here I am facing my consequences.
Oh my goodness. They're really so huge. And I get it. Once you're getting your lips dissolved, it's going to cause some swelling, yes. But come on. These are the things one needs to think about before even attempting to get this done. Like, okay, what if I get it done and I don't like it? And I get them dissolved? Am I aware of how swollen I'll look during the whole dissolving phase? This is something people really need to talk about before getting it done. If you're okay with how your lips will look when you're dissolving it, I mean, good and fine. But if you're not okay, sit your ass down next to me, okay?
I do not like this. Like, this is not natural to me. Like, it's not, like, please tell me I'm not crazy. This is not fucking natural. Like, it's not natural, right? Like, I haven't been able to show my face for fucking 10 days. I've been wearing a mask to take my son to school, to pick up my daughter. Like, I don't leave my house. I don't go anywhere. I haven't been able to shoot content. I have brand deals. Like, I haven't been able to do anything because I fucking look like this. I don't want to cry because I'm wearing this watery ass fucking mascara. Anyways, I have to go inside for my appointment. I'm so fucking nervous. I need like a napkin or like a tissue or something. God, I'm so mad at myself. Like, my husband always says not all money is good money, and this was not good money. Like 0 out of 10, not worth it, in my opinion. Like, I will never do this again. Like, they've ruined, I feel like, the experience for me to experience it. Even if I could, like, go somewhere else and, like, get it better, get it dissolved and redo it to make it look how I intended, I don't think I would ever do it again. I don't think I would ever do it again.
10 days and then her lips still look like that. Those were badly done then. Because I see where so many people say, oh, the swelling goes down the first day or the second. So it's still looking like that the 10th day. Something is wrong. Oh, she was having a mental breakdown. Instead of boosting her confidence, this has reduced it. Because she can't even go out looking like that. She has to wear face masks. So that's another thing to it.
Lip filler done for the first time ever. I've actually wanted it for so long, but I always chicken out, so I always cancel my appointment. But here we are, so we'll see how it goes.
Okay, well, my lip filler did not go as planned, as you can see. Okay, I just want to start off with a little disclaimer. I am just giving my personal experience. I'm not giving any medical advice or blaming anyone. I just kind of want to make everyone aware of what could happen because I didn't know about any of this. But basically, I suffered a VO, which is like a vascular occlusion. I didn't know that was like a potential when you get lip filler. And I guess it's a really rare thing, but it happened to me and it was honestly really traumatizing and painful. You can still tell I'm a little like shaken up about it. Basically what happens is like a blood vessel gets hit and then you stop like receiving blood to certain areas of your lip. So with me, I could feel when it happened exactly because it felt different than the rest of the injections. And honestly, my injector was amazing and is amazing. She's been so sweet and kind through all of this, and it's definitely, you know, it's not her fault at all. I just wasn't aware that like when you go into filler, like things like this could happen, and they're literally blindly injecting in you because they can't see like, oh, here's a blood vessel here and there. And I just didn't know all these things, which lesson learned. But basically I felt like a big pinch, and then I had mentioned like it felt different than the rest of my lips, and you could kind of see like it was noticeably like bigger than the rest. So she immediately put some like dissolver in, and that helps like bring back blood flow to the area. And then we watched my lip for a while, so I stuck around and it didn't get worse. And then I left, and I don't know, I had that like gut feeling that something was wrong, and I just immediately started like sobbing when I got to my car. And then this is what my lip looked like. Let me put a picture on. Like this is what my lip looked like when I left, and you could kind of start to see like how it looks different in this area, and there's like that like big white spot, and then I'm starting to get white right here. I texted a picture to my injector because she told me to look out to see if I start turning white anywhere. So I sent it to her, and then she had me come back and also had an ultrasound tech there, and she was like giving me an ultrasound on my lip so they could pinpoint exactly where I wasn't getting blood flow, so they would follow the blood flow, and then where I wasn't, she would then come and inject right there and put some dissolver. And honestly, it was so painful. I could feel like the needle in me, and then, you know, the ultrasound girl would be like, okay, go a little bit deeper, and I could literally feel it like go deeper, and it felt like I got poked like 30 plus times on this bottom lip. I probably didn't get poked that many times, but it felt like it. And then I just like couldn't hold it anymore. I just started sobbing while I have like a needle and an ultrasound little machine on my face, because it was just honestly one of the most like traumatizing things that I've experienced. And I'll kind of show you a picture what that was looking like. See, like I'll move, but like my lip kind of right here, this was after I've been poked
but I wasn't quite done yet. They were just giving me like a little break, but you could definitely see it got bigger and more color, and then you can obviously tell I was crying at this point. This is what it looked like when I got home. So it's like definitely super bruised all throughout there. My bottom lip is giant. And then like another look, this is like the inside of my lip. Glad they caught it right away because I know it could go into other serious problems. So I'm very thankful for that. However, if I had the option to go back, I would have never got lip filler. I didn't even hate my lips. I thought I needed them, and I don't know. I wish I didn't do it. It was horrible. The whole experience just was not fun. So I just want to make everyone aware, like, that could potentially happen to you. It's very rare, but I mean, it happened to me. This is what my lips look like today. So it's the day later, and then this is the inside, which is pretty scary. It hurts to eat. My whole like bottom lip just feels weird. It doesn't feel right. Obviously it's like sensitive to touch because it's just so bruised. And I'm a little scared to see what it's going to look like when it heals because, you know, I got so much dissolve down here, and I don't know if I'm gonna be completely uneven or what. Just the thought of having to get another needle in my lip is like, I can't even think about it. It's just scary. I just wanted to make everyone aware of my story because I didn't know this was a thing and I didn't know it could happen, and educate yourself a little bit more. I thought I watched like 100+ TikTok videos on it of getting lip filler done, but I didn't see anything about this. So yeah, just be careful. I mean, even if you go to someone who is the best of the best, like this could happen. So yeah, we'll see how it ends up healing, and praying there's no like scarring or anything. I'm on medication for swelling. I also think that's why it's not as swollen today. I mean, it's still swollen, but nowhere near as much as yesterday was. So let's just hope it continues to heal fast.
I like the fact that she explained every single thing. Like, who would have thought? So, moving forward, now know that it's possible for your blood vessel to be blocked by the fillers. Now, imagine it's silicone you got that will now go and block your blood vessel in your lip. You'll be needing surgery right away. This is scary. I love the way her injector handled this whole process. That was very professional of her. I'm going to give it to her. When I see people that are doing well, I like to give it to them. She was really professional without any problems, having her come back, checking her, using the ultrasound, dissolving it, and making sure she's okay. I like that.
Let me de-influence you real quick. Don't get fucking lip filler. It's not worth it. It's too expensive. Look, you see that right there? And that right there? And I had a good injector. I like to go back and look at photos of me before because I feel like my smile is ruined. Don't fucking do it. You do not need it. I promise you. Even if it doesn't look bad right now, it will.
One thing she said that I loved is you don't need it. Injecting a foreign object into your body, when has that ever been good? I mean, people do it and some of them don't end up with any form of complication, but like a foreign object in your body will always be a foreign object in your body.
I've gotten my lips done 2 times, went to 2 different injectors, and I've noticed that when I get my lips done, I'm forming this little like bump on my lip. Right here too, but mostly on this side it's a little bit more noticeable. It kind of looks like a cold sore. See, like it just looks like I have a cold sore all the time. Been trying to massage it and nothing.
Those bumps under the mouth, I'm just trying to put myself in their shoes. It's going to feel very uncomfortable. Imagine you having to lick under your lip and you're feeling bumps.
A woman was taken to A&E whilst gasping for air and fearing she would die after getting lip filler dissolver. Shauna Harris's face doubled in size after she experienced a severe allergic reaction moments after the dissolver was injected. The 24-year-old's face took nearly a week to return to normal proportions.
I'm shook. These ladies look younger. I know I've said this like so many times. It's just that anytime I see a before and after video, it's still shocking because the before is always like you don't need this done, and when you see the after, you're like, is that the same person? See how her face doubled in size. Her entire face was swollen from a reaction to this. You need to be careful out there.
Here are some things I wish I knew about getting lip filler. And please do not come for me, y'all. I look crazy. I'm aware. But that's not what we're here for. And I don't even want to hear, oh my god, black girls get lip filler. Now, these are my lips before lip filler. Yes, they were full and I still wanted more lips. Fight me about it. I do what the fuck I want. I wanted some juicy DSLs. And here are my lips after the first time I got my lips done. Yeah, I got my lips done more than once. We're gonna get into it though. We're gonna get into it. That's why we're here today. And then bam, my top lip disappeared. And I was like, what? That's when I learned that your lips can actually absorb the lip filler. And that was only 2 months. Actually, no, that was only 1 month after I got my lips done. I was like, bitch, what? Where did my top lip go? I started to feel like I wasted a bet. Those that know, when your lip fillers are well done, they are not cheap. So I decided to let some months pass and see how I feel. But I was desperately craving lips. Like a sick addiction, really. It's a sick addiction. So I said, bitch, let me get me some more. Little did I know. These were my lips literally 20 minutes after the lip appointment. I want y'all to look closely. They normally swell up to like 2 times the size of your lips. So I was chilling, I was laughing, I was like, haha, this shit's gonna go down, this is fine, we're cool. Y'all, why did I get home? And this 1 hour later, my lips were looking like this. But y'all, it got worse. It got so much more worse. This was my face 2 hours after my lip appointment. I look like a fucking anteater. Like, what the fuck are those? I actually swear to God, I thought I was having a stroke when I looked in the mirror. I was gonna call the ambulance. I was like, no, babe. No, babe. This was literally the worst it got after the first time. Honey child, I contacted my lip lady. I said, baby, you did something wrong, babe. You did something wrong, babe. Why do I look like this? She said, babe, no, it's a part of the process. She told me to ice my lips. It will go down. I iced these gigantic ball sack looking things for hours and they did not go down. So let me tell y'all the tea. I went on Google. Google said, pineapple juice reduces inflammation. I put my mask on and went to that grocery store so quick, got that pineapple juice, chugged it, and 2 hours later, my lips were looking like this. So much better, and 3 hours later, it went down to this, essentially. It was the most horrifying process, but would I do it again? Absolutely. I'm addicted.
Absolutely. She's addicted. Some people don't learn from their mistakes. Like, you went through all that to still want to go through it again? I'm here sitting down hearing her story and feeling bad on behalf of her. Little do I know that she's not even pitying herself. I honestly feel like it gets to a point. Honey, it gets to a point where you just like, you know what? Let me leave my body, my face, my lips alone. Her body, her choice at the end of the day, guys. Okay, guys, this last video, I'm going to have to blur her face because I do not want YouTube flagging this video. It's really bad, okay?
Okay, hi. I thought I'd make a video about what happened. So basically, I got lip filler last Friday. And like, I won a contest, so it's not even like I really wanted lip filler. I was like, oh, I guess I'll try it because I won a contest with the dermatologist. It wasn't like a sketchy contest. So I got it Friday, and like, I mean, I guess like it hurt and I was in pain, but nothing crazy. And then as Friday went into Saturday, like I couldn't sleep. I was in so much pain. Saturday I woke up, I was so bruised, and again, so much pain, like couldn't even touch my lip. But I was like, oh, like I guess
this is normal, like. So then Saturday night, I literally was in so much pain, I didn't even know what to do. I was literally tempted to have some shots, and I don't even drink because I was in that much pain. So Sunday I woke up and there was a literal hole next to my nose, and my nose was just covered in pus. And that's when I was like, there's something wrong. So I went to the ER, and they're not equipped for like that kind of stuff, so they were just gonna send me home with antibiotics. And by the grace of God, then my nurse was an esthetician nurse, and she just happened to take on the shift the night before. And she took one look at me and was like, oh no, this is not okay. We need to remove this filler stat. You have a vascular occlusion. There's no blood flow from your lip to your nose. And in my case, the way it worked out was they hit an artery, but there wasn't supposed to be an artery there. So like it just shows like you never really know, like everybody's so different. So yeah, so this is 4 days post getting my lip filler removed, and just, yeah. So this is just a PSA to be really careful. I went to a really reputable place. It's not their fault. And so just be careful, do your research. I had luckily am like a hypochondriac, so I have been researching, and I saw vascular occlusion before I even got it. So that was always on my mind when things started to go a little bit awry, but I was like, that can never happen to me because it's literally a 1 in a million chance. So now I just look like a who. Hopefully, I mean it will. It'll go down. It's so much better than it was. Even if you look at my last video to now, it's insanely different. But yeah, I can't even smile, but
A lot of people don't know this can happen, because if they know this can happen, I'm very sure the numbers that keep getting lip fillers daily would go down. Because knowing that you might go to the ER because of a lip filler, I'm sure that'll make you say no, or at least think twice, or at least give it a good amount of time to think about. Something that was supposed to be for fashion, ending up now in the ER, ending up in operation table, ending up in so much more disasters. No. Honestly, the point here is not to hurt anybody's feeling, it's just to shed more light on the dangers that are likely to happen that people don't talk about. Industry definitely played the women. Not telling you what exactly may go wrong, in my opinion, is wrong. And yes, guys, let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. And yes, beautiful people, I've come to the end of the video. I hope y'all enjoyed it. If you did, do not forget to give the video a fat thumbs up. If you are not subscribed, consider subscribing. And I'll see y'all in my next video. Bye.